Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today I want to speak to the power that lives inside each and every one of us, the power to awaken the greatness within. It's not about becoming someone else. No, it's about discovering and unleashing the greatness you were born with. You see, the universe gave you something special, a unique combination of gifts, talents, and purpose that no one else can duplicate. Recognize your innate potential. Every person is born with unique gifts and talents. Your greatness is already inside you. It's not about becoming someone else, but uncovering who you truly are. You see, the very first step in awakening your greatness is understanding something profound. Greatness is not something you have to earn or prove to the world. It's something that already exists within you. From the moment you were born, you came equipped with a unique set of abilities, talents, and gifts designed for your life's mission. This isn't just a feel-good idea. It's rooted deeply in psychology and philosophy. Think about the concept of essentialism, the belief that beneath the noise and distractions of life, there is an essential self, a core that holds your true potential. And that core, it is already great. Most people go through life searching outside of themselves for validation, for permission, for some external sign that they're worthy or capable. But the truth is, that search keeps you trapped. Because your greatness isn't something you find. It's something you uncover, like a diamond buried beneath layers of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. Your mind and spirit are that diamond. The challenge isn't that greatness is out of reach. The challenge is breaking through the mental and emotional barriers you've accepted as truth. When you shift your perspective and start seeing yourself as inherently valuable and capable, your brain begins to rewire. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to create new pathways when you change your thinking. This means that recognizing your potential is not wishful thinking. It's a deliberate act of self-awareness that rewires your mind for success. So, the question isn't whether you have greatness inside you, it's whether you're willing to claim it. Will you stop looking outward for permission and start looking inward for power? Because once you recognize the greatness within, everything else, the mindset, the purpose, the learning, the discipline becomes fuel to ignite what's already been waiting to shine. Greatness isn't a gift given by others. It's your birthright. And the moment you realize that, your life will never be the same. Mindset is the foundation. Your thoughts shape your reality. Cultivating a positive, growth-oriented mind, it is essential to unlocking personal development and overcoming obstacles. Now, once you've recognized the greatness that's already inside you, the next step is understanding the absolute power of your mindset. Because here's the truth that too many overlook. Your mind is the architect of your reality. Philosophers and psychologists alike have long studied how our beliefs shape not just how we see the world, but how the world responds to us. What you believe about yourself becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, whether it lifts you up or holds you down. Your mindset is more than just a set of thoughts. It's a deep operating system running your life. When your mind is wired for limitation, you will inevitably live a limited life. When your mind is wired for abundance and growth, your life will expand accordingly. This is not mystical thinking, it's practical neuroscience. Research shows that a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, creates new neural connections, strengthening your brain's capacity to learn, adapt, and overcome. But mindset isn't something that happens by accident. It's cultivated. You have to be intentional about what you allow to live in your thoughts. Are you feeding your mind with doubt, fear, and comparison? Or are you choosing faith, confidence, and self-respect? This daily mental diet shapes your emotional resilience, your creativity, and ultimately your success. Remember, your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant the seeds of positive, empowering beliefs, weeds of negativity and limitation will grow unchecked. It's your responsibility to tend that garden carefully, because the state of your mind determines the quality of your life. So, the real question is this: what kind of mind are you choosing to cultivate today? Because greatness cannot be awakened without first awakening the power of your mind. The power of purpose and vision. Greatness flows from having a clear purpose and vision. Knowing your why fuels motivation and aligns your daily actions with your long-term goals. Now, let's talk about something that turns potential into action: purpose and vision. Purpose is the anchor that holds you steady when the storms of life come. Without it, you drift aimlessly, susceptible to every distraction, every setback, every moment of doubt. But when you have a clear purpose, life's challenges become meaningful tests, and your energy aligns with something bigger than the moment. Philosophers from Aristotle to modern thinkers have emphasized that living with purpose is fundamental to human flourishing. Psychologists call this eudaimonia, the state of fulfilling your true potential and living authentically. When you discover your purpose, you tap into that deep well of motivation that no external force can take away. Vision is the picture of your purpose brought to life. It's not just a vague wish or a daydream. It's a clear, compelling image of the future you are committed to creating. Vision sets the destination, purpose fuels the journey. Together, they create a magnetic force that pulls you forward even when the road is tough. Here's what many miss: purpose and vision are not luxuries or afterthoughts, they are necessities. They give direction to your thoughts, meaning to your efforts, and power to your persistence. Without them, even the most talented person can wander lost, exhausted by effort with no real progress. So I ask you, do you know your why? Do you see the vision that pulls you ahead? Because greatness isn't random, it is deliberate. And it is fueled by purpose and vision, the dynamic duo that transforms potential into reality. Find your purpose, see your vision, and watch how your life begins to move with unstoppable force. Invest in continuous learning. Personal development requires consistent growth. Reading, studying, and learning from experiences. Knowledge combined with action creates unstoppable momentum. Now, let's get real about growth, because recognizing your potential, cultivating your mindset, and having purpose and vision mean nothing if you don't commit to continuous learning. Personal development is a journey, not a destination. The most successful people understand that the moment you stop learning, you start falling behind. Philosophers like Socrates taught us that wisdom begins with knowing you don't know everything. This humility opens the door to growth. Psychologically, when you embrace a learner's mindset, you activate your brain's natural capacity for neuroplasticity, the ability to create new neural pathways that help you adapt and improve. Learning rewires your brain and expands your ability to solve problems, innovate, and respond to challenges. But here's a crucial truth: learning without action is wasted energy. It's not enough to just consume information. You must apply it, test it, and make it part of your daily life. Whether it's reading a book, listening to mentors, attending workshops, or reflecting on your experiences, each step taken with intention compounds over time. Think about it. Every master was once a beginner who chose to learn consistently. You don't become great overnight. Greatness is built by the small, daily decisions to improve. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, trusting that every bit of knowledge invested today will pay dividends tomorrow. So, ask yourself, how committed are you to your own growth? Will you become a student of life, hungry for knowledge and hungry for action? Because the journey of personal development is the pathway that leads your inner greatness to the surface. The question is not whether you can learn, it's whether you will. Discipline and consistency build habits. Success is built on daily habits, not occasional bursts of effort. Discipline and persistence in small, purposeful steps lead to transformational results. Now, recognizing your potential, cultivating your mindset, having purpose and vision, and committing to continuous learning, they all set the stage. But the real transformation happens when discipline and consistency become your daily companions. Here's the thing, greatness isn't created in moments of inspiration alone. It's forged in the routine, in the habits you build every single day. Philosophers and psychologists tell us that human behavior is largely habitual. Neuroscience shows that our brains form pathways, the habits, that guide automatic actions. This means that your success or failure isn't just about what you do occasionally. It's about what you do consistently. Discipline is the muscle that helps you choose what's best for your future, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is the rhythm that makes your actions compound, turning small efforts into massive results over time. Many people wait for motivation or for the right moment, but those moments are fleeting. Discipline ensures you show up regardless of your feelings. It's about making decisions that honor your goals day after day. Consistency means your efforts add up, like drops of water carving through stone. Consider this. The most successful people are not those who had the greatest talent or luck, but those who mastered the art of showing up. They understood that the power of repetition creates momentum, and momentum is what propels you forward when motivation wanes. So, here's what I want you to reflect on. What habits are you cultivating today? Are they building the future you desire, or are they keeping you stuck? Greatness is less about dramatic breakthroughs and more about the small, disciplined steps taken with unwavering consistency. Discipline and consistency don't just build habits, they build the foundation of your greatness. Overcome fear and embrace challenges. Fear is a sign you're growing. Greatness demands stepping outside comfort zones, learning from failure, and turning setbacks into setups for success. Now, here's a truth that often stops people dead in their tracks. Fear is part of the process, but instead of running from it, the key to awakening your greatness is learning how to face it head on. Fear is not your enemy, it's a signal that you're on the edge of growth. When you feel fear, it means you're moving beyond your comfort zone, and that's exactly where greatness is born. Philosophers have long explored fear as a fundamental human experience. Psychologically, fear activates your brain's survival response, but it also limits your ability to think creatively and act boldly. The question is not how to eliminate fear, because fear is inevitable, but how to manage it. When you embrace fear as part of your journey, you shift from being paralyzed by it to being propelled by it. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to strengthen your resilience. The setbacks, the failures, the moments of doubt, these are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They are proof that you're pushing yourself to new heights. When you reframe failure as feedback, you remove its power to stop you. Greatness demands courage, the courage to fail, to stumble, and to get back up. It's not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. When you embrace challenges with an open heart and a determined mind, you transform fear into fuel. So I leave you with this to reflect on. What fear have you been avoiding? What challenge have you been resisting? Because the door to your greatest self opens only when you step through fear, not around it. Remember, fear is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your breakthrough.